Meghan Markle's brand as ever a scam? Because that was what so many people were speculating on, especially as I decided to go out on a bit of a limb, you could say, and purchase some of her items. Now, while I can't give any update on the actual items themselves, because I think there is a scam in Meghan's operation, and it is her fulfillment center. Because I have had some really terrible time trying to get the products that I ordered. And I wanted to give her a fair shake. I wanted to actually evaluate her products and give them a fair review based on what I thought the taste was like, the packaging, all these sorts of things. But I was prevented from doing that in a timely manner because Meghan Markle, as ever, is incompetent. And that includes the organizations that she hires because despite her proclamations to the contrary on her website, proving she knew this company has issues, she went with them anyways. And it didn't matter to her whether or not her customers were fulfilled. I think all that mattered was her bank account. So we're going to get into a little bit of this today, guys. But if you haven't been to Royal News Network before, hello, my name is Brittany. I provide compelling royal commentary. So please hit that subscribe button. I would love to have you back. And I do want to say as well, we haven't been doing the Crown Report, which is usually little sections I put at the beginning of the videos going over the news of the other royals. And that's because I am obviously traveling. This is not my usual setup. But I do want to make an announcement that tomorrow, so that is April 15th, I will be in Denmark covering Princess Isabella's 18th birthday celebrations at the Copenhagen Theater. So if you guys want to follow around, I think I'll try to do more video at this event. That's sort of my plan. I'm trying to figure out how to get the pictures I want, as well as getting some good video. So I'm hoping to get some good stuff from both of those sides and be able to share them with you. And the day afterwards, I also got press credentials to go to Queen Marguerite's 85th birthday celebration that's up north of Copenhagen. So I'm very excited about these two opportunities to go and cover other royals on the ground. I think is so important for the future of this channel. So if you guys are interested in that, please go ahead and subscribe to the fashion channel as well. I have more coverage of the Edwardian exhibit at the King's Gallery that I went to this week that had tiaras in it. And I also went back to the Victoria and Albert Museum because, guys, the Cartier exhibit is amazing. But when I was there, it was packed and I could hardly see anything. And I missed a brooch that I'm aware of that has a pink diamond in it that I've known about for a long time because I've loved following royal jewelry. And so, guys, I went back today. I was like, you know what? I'm going to catch this again. And I went first thing in the morning. So, guys, if you are going to the Cartier exhibit, this is my little tidbit of advice to give you. Get the first tickets of the day. First ticket of the day. Look at the Manchester tiara, which is the first one you see. It's spinning in the dais. And then skip the next room and go on to the later ones. And the reason is that while that first room, it does have some amazing things in there, everybody starts in there and they all congregate there. And if you congregate and follow along with that, by the time you get to the other stuff, everybody's going to be there. Guys, I went there today. There was hardly anybody in the other rooms. It was phenomenal. So do that. If you are passionate about royal jewelry, I went into the tiara room at the end of the tour and there was like nobody in there except for the security person from the museum, guys. It was unbelievably magnificent. Also, the Edwardian exhibit is not very crowded either, so I got to spend a lot of time really looking at the tiaras. But my suggestion, again, the Cartier exhibit sold out for a couple months. You can either become a member and go whenever you want to, or if you get a time, get the first thing in the morning and then bypass that first room and go directly and see the other pieces, which are more impressive. Most of them have royal ties. Just putting that little advertisement out there because I love royal jewelry and I think other people do too. And I want you to be able to see it. And you can't see it if you're not able to do it right. So, guys, hope you enjoy that. But back to Meghan and the scam jam. So when I announced that I was able to make some purchases, I got a lot of people going, oh, you'll never get your stuff. You'll never get your stuff. Nothing exists. And I did it in part to sort of kind of dismiss or prove those claims to be wrong because there's just no way. I mean, it would just be extreme stupidity to create this brand and give nothing anybody can buy or steal a bunch of money from people. That would be beyond stupid. So I knew that wasn't going to be the case. But Like everything, your purchase experience online sets a precedence for how you are going to receive the rest of the product. I will say what I find is sort of annoying is reviews of products that complain about the shipping issues. I do find those annoying, but that's all I can tell you about right now. And I think this is kind of important because who Megan associates with reflects her. It reflects on her, but she tries to dismiss those issues. So let's look up and see what shipping should be. So here's her website, and we have menu, which of course there's nothing here. This website is so pointless because there's absolutely nothing here. So we have FAQs, frequently asked questions. And so ask, what's the shipping threshold over $50? What is your shipping policy? We ship within the 50 United States. Orders are processed Monday through Friday. Some items may be shipped separately, but you'll never be charged for more than shipping at checkout. And for the best chance for a smooth delivery, we recommend shipping to a permanent address, which, of course, is what most people do. It says, when will I receive my item? And this is sort of key here. Delivery times depend on the shipping method selected at checkout. Standard shipping typically arrives within 7 to 9 business days after tracking is updated. Orders will ship between 2 to 5 days a purchase. And number one, this is sort of suspect because, guys, is it not the case that we can get pretty much anything within 24 hours anymore? Is it not the case that if you choose, let's say 2-day shipping, that you get your stuff within 2 days? It doesn't take them 2 days to find the products and get them to you. They have a good system. Now, if this was a mom and pop operation and you weren't able to do that yourself, I totally get that. But Meghan hired, allegedly, a competent operation to handle this stuff for her. And they didn't really do it. I mean, 2 to 5 days to ship within is pathetic in this modern age. That is absolutely pathetic. It is. There's no other way to go about it. And this is actually a bit of a lie and misleading because when I actually purchased my items, 7 to 9 business days was priority shipping. That's literally what it said, 7 to 9 days for priority shipping, and you had to pay $7 for it. Free shipping had no timetable whatsoever. So you could get your stuff within a week, within a couple of days, or maybe 2 weeks, 2 months. Who knows? Who knows? Because apparently, again, Meghan Markle hires crappy people to handle her operation. So priority says typically arrives within 2 to 5 days after tracking is updated. Tracking, not actually putting stuff in the box. And I will show you something I find really shocking in this modern era regarding all this. Expedited shipping intended for delivery within 2 business days after tracking updated. Please place your orders by 12 p.m. Central Standard Time for same-day processing. So I did that. And was my order processed within that time? No. No. So this is pretty much a lie. Most of this is not only is it just simply bad, which it is, it's way behind what other people are doing. It's exceedingly bad. And again, if she was running this herself out of California, I would give her some grace here. But she hired a company to do this for her that has expertise in this field. But yet, this company has Better Business Bureau complaints against it because it sucks at this. So she hired a company that doesn't do this well. It says, please note, our fulfillment and shipping carriers are external partners. While all of our partners work hard to deliver on time, occasional delays can happen. Shipping timelines are estimates, and delivery dates are not guaranteed. I'm sorry, you contracted with them. So yes, they are external partners, but should you not hire the best? You tell us all the time that you want to hire the best. These people clearly are not the best. I've ordered from smaller outlets before and get my stuff within plenty of time. Now, personally for me, I have been not as good at getting my stuff shipped out for RNN for the t-shirts I've made. That is on me, but I'm also a one-woman operation. She has, again, a lot of people who can facilitate this stuff for her. And so this is interesting because I had this issue. It says, so my order says it has been shipped, but the tracking information has not been updated or says pre-shipment or preparing to ship. Once your tracking number is provided, it may take 3 to 4 business days for updates to appear. 3 to 4 business days. It's insane. If you see a pre-shipment status, it usually means the label has been created and your order is still being processed. They'll move to shipping as soon as it's ready to go. And then I think it says down here somewhere, as ever, all rights reserved. Snow Commerce is the seller of all merchandise and is solely responsible for all aspects of your purchase. No, it's not Meghan Markle. You contracted with them. If they're crappy, it reflects on you, honey. It's not your, you can't just like when you see that, to me, it screams, well, if there's issues, it's not my problem. Well, number one, you give us nothing to contact if there are shipping issues or any sort of issues. It doesn't exist here at all. So this is a very shoddy operation, and it gets worse because, guys, I can show you right now the FedEx, the label that was created. Now, I won't show you the actual tracking number, but guys, this has been this way, and you will see the date there, since Friday the 4th. It's 10 days later. They still haven't updated it yet to show that it has shipped. And here's the problem. I didn't realize it had been shipped because I was trying to watch the tracking number they gave me. And as a result, because I'm out of the country, my package arrived on Thursday evening of last week. I was totally unaware. My sister, who watches over my house, she had been watching out for it, didn't see it. It must have arrived late in the evening and then sat outside all night in the rain. It rained because they couldn't update the tracking number so I could see when my shipment was supposed to arrive so I could alert people to pick it up in an appropriate time period. That's pathetic. That's really, 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 really pathetic in this modern era that I have a tracking number that shows a label that apparently did not exist. They shipped it with something else entirely. They shipped it with something else entirely. And because I wasn't made aware, it sat outside, making my house look vulnerable and getting wet in the rain. Like, so if I am average Joe consumer, which I'm not in this instance, but if I was, and I ordered something from Meghan Markle, and I'm expecting to get this amazing, you could say, package. And I was watching the tracking number and watching it 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 not move in the slightest. And then all of a sudden, I'm, let's say, away for the evening or day or something, and I come back and I've been waiting for these products only to see that they've gotten caught up in the rain because I wasn't made aware that they were going to be delivered. And so the huge question becomes like the frustration of that, the missing out, the realization that food products have been left outside unnecessarily because the company that's sending them is incompetent. And this company has a lot of complaints against them. I haven't gone through all of them, but my understanding is that, and I haven't done a deep dive, so you'll have to excuse me, but like ordering stuff that didn't exist, stuff arrived late, various issues. And I see them all play out here. I don't know even what's in the box yet because I haven't had a chance to open it because I kind of want the initial impression. It's currently sitting on my kitchen counter and it was wet, so some of my products might be ruined. And Meghan Markle can say, oh, it's Snow Commerce. They take care of everything. That might be somewhat true, but you are the one who hired them. So no, that excuse doesn't work. It does fall on you. Because when you are running a business, who you associate with really truly does matter. So Meghan, I'm sure, had a ton of options available to her. And she chose the one which has a bad reputation and was giving her absurd ship times. Those ship times are unbelievably absurd. Why would you go with a company that is giving you that? I would look at that going, can't you get it out like in a day? Like, and how in this system, because I ordered 2-day shipping. So I believe I am owed $20, Meghan Markle. I believe you owe me $20 because you clearly cannot live up to what you advertise. That basically makes you look like you're scamming people. And how is it that because I ordered 2-day shipping, do you not Is it not smart to prioritize those who requested earlier shipments rather than doing them in order or something? Do you not think that that's sort of how you should look at things? Now, again, she says, "Oh, it's not my problem. It's not my problem." I'm saying it is her problem. She had a chance here. She's had multiple chances to prove that this is a good company, this is a good investment, this is a good brand, and she has failed at every single level. Every single level. Her show came out too early. Her products were too late. They were then literally late arriving. And as far as I'm aware, most of them are just pedestrian at best. There's nothing really all that exciting about them. And so, if I was the average consumer, and this was my experience, a long delayed ship, a tracking number that's obsolete, that was obviously not correct, getting a package that is delivered at an inconvenient time, left to sit outside because the tracking number they gave me was inaccurate. It all reflects on Meghan and this business. And I just see incompetence abounding here. She had plenty of opportunities and resources to hire the best, and she clearly did not hire the best. This, from at least my perspective, I wanted my shipment to arrive on Monday. Yes, maybe they don't fulfill orders on the weekends, but you're dealing with a big launch. Do you not think that it's important? Like, I would insist, if I was Meghan, that yes, most of the time you don't fulfill orders on Saturday and Sunday. But this is a big deal. I want this done now. But I mean, they even had since what, Tuesday, maybe Wednesday? It was Wednesday? Couldn't they not had it all done by Friday? I still don't understand why things weren't done by Friday. Why weren't things in the mail on Friday? Because, yeah, 2-day shipping, yeah, maybe it means it's not in transit on Sunday, but is it in transit on Saturday? Yes, because a FedEx is a 7-day operation. Snow Commerce is apparently not, but most other companies are a 7-day operation, especially if they're trying to make a good impression on the audience. This is your first chance to make a good impression. If I was the average consumer, I would not purchase her products again, not because maybe they're necessarily not good. Honestly, haven't been able to try them yet, but simply because I see incompetence at the basic level. In this modern era, shipping is fast, easy, and convenient. When it's not, I have huge questions. Why did you hire a team that can't do it? Why did you make too many and they didn't have enough people to purchase? Why did you get an operation that obviously couldn't handle the payload? Now, there were other issues. Now, people have talked about the honey. I honestly think they probably had 20 jars of it. I don't even know why you sell it for 20 jars. Just give it for free to the press people. I mean, we even have this. So, get this. I'm waiting for the stuff I paid her for. And yet, this nincompoop is getting press packs at the same time I should be getting my products. I find that very irritating and grating. I understand sending out press groupings before, that's key there, before officially launching the product. I get that. She did that before. And maybe she was worried things wouldn't happen this time. But why in the world are people who didn't pay for products getting their products early in a special box, while me, who has already paid, is waiting and waiting and waiting for her and her team to get their crap together to ship it out? It puts a bad taste in my mouth. And I'm not a fan, but I was willing to give her a shot here. I was willing to look at this and try to be as objective as possible. But I'm once again profoundly overwhelmed by the alleged business savvy of Meghan Markle. And no, I'm not going to listen to her podcast because I've watched this fiasco. I've dealt with this fiasco. I paid for part of this fiasco. And all I see is incompetence. How in the world can she have a single intelligent comment on business when this is her business? It's horrifically awful. And she should be ashamed. She should be ashamed. She needs to stop doing the victory lap, sharing little things on as ever. Stop doing it and start making sure your customers are getting your product in a timely manner. It's just clear to me. She went with probably a lowball offer with a company that's not very good at what they do. And because of that, she probably can't scale up easily. I would not order again because it took me so gosh darn long to get my products. I don't want to do the same thing again. I don't want to have an issue where I'm paying for something because I'm traveling and then it doesn't show up and then it shows up randomly and gets rained on again. Who wants that? Who wants that? And so to me, Meghan Markle at this point, her company's a scam a bit. She scammed me out of 20 bucks, I would argue. I feel scammed. I feel like I paid for something that she could not actually fulfill. And yes, I know it's a separate contract company, but it's on Megan. So I'm strongly considering filing a complaint with the Better Business Bureau because I believe I deserve my $20 back. If you're going to claim to do 2-day shipping, you need to do 2-day shipping. It doesn't count as 2-day shipping when you send it a week later and send it 1-day shipping. That's not how this works. I paid for 2-day shipping. At the very least, I should have gotten my products on Monday or Tuesday at the latest, not Thursday. But Megan doesn't care about the consumer. I don't even know if she knows who her consumer base is. All she wants is money. And yes, I'm going to review her products this time, but like other people do with their shipping issues on Amazon and stuff like that. Even though it bothers me, I'm going to complain about the shipping because shipping does matter. It does. And because some of those shipping things are frivolous, and I get this, but this is not. This is not. This is sheer incompetence. And if she's going to continue a business, she has to get her gear together. If she doesn't, she won't get second orders. She won't get more orders. Most of the reviews for her products have been they're okay, but they're not anything most people would probably order again. And it doesn't help if you can't even get it to them shipped on a timely manner. So guys, let me know. Do you think I got scammed? Because in a way, I certainly do. Scammed out of 20 bucks at least. I should have just let her ship it to me for free and just waited forever for it whenever it came, because it probably would have gotten there in the same amount of time. That's how pathetic this operation is. So guys, let me know what you think. Thank you so much for watching, and I shall talk to you again soon. Bye.